Last call for refreshments, folks. Go right this second to get something good to eat and drink to enjoy now or during the rest of the show. The finest quality ingredients are in the fixins of the delicious foods you'll find waiting to tempt your appetite at the snack bar. Extra special good hamburgers, wonderful donuts, ice-cold thirst-quenching drinks. It's showtime, folks. Enjoy the show.
I'm dying to play games.
Dying to play games.
Hello, I'm Jimmy and I'm dying to play games. And today I've been checking out Wet, which is a game long forgotten way back in my backlog. So Wet was released in 2009 to mixed reviews and it never got a follow-up. The gameplay mechanics and soundtrack were the things being praised in reviews, while its lack of innovation and poor graphics left people wanting more. I understand these criticisms and I've taken them to heart before getting into this game. However, I'm not going to talk about the game as a whole. I'm mostly going to talk about the main character, Ruby Malone, and the atmosphere within the game, including the setting in which it takes place. So, let's get right into it. Ruby Malone is a gun-for-hire, acrobat, sword slasher, pistol-weaving assassin. And that's about it. The character is very flat for being a main character, and she never really evolves throughout the 7-hour story campaign. She does the dirty work, killing people for money, says some cool one-liners, drinks booze, and then it's just on to the next thing. There are several bigger areas, arena-like marketplaces and basketball courts, with numerous enemies just piling onto you, while never really putting up a challenge. Just hack, slash, and shoot, and eventually they'll all be dead. The challenge, I guess, is closing the spawn doors before you're completely overwhelmed. By the way, is Ruby from another planet? Everything she does is completely out of this world. I mean, sure, she's an acrobat and trained assassin. But even she couldn't bend gravity and jump across moving cars at high speed the way she does. Sure, it's a video game, and sure there are several other video games doing the same thing, but it just kept bugging me that every single move she made during the early high-speed chase would be impossible by an actual human being. Speaking of jumping across things, Ruby Malone is basically a rip-off of Max Payne. She does the exact same things. You can make her jump and shoot in slow motion, just like Max's bullet time, going both backwards and sideways. It's not even a slight tribute to Max Payne, it's a complete copy of the gameplay mechanics. Oh, you can slide and shoot too, I guess, but whatever. You can run alongside walls, straight up some walls, and jump in between railings and poles. Beyond that, it never really evolves. The more cinematic sections are all quick time events. There is also a rage mode in the game, which basically turns everything blood red and gives you a point boost while you kill enemies like their cannon fodder. However, this only makes the shooting easier as it highlights the enemies in white and also the jumping platforms in a brighter red than the rest of the environments. So while it's cool and all, it really doesn't bring much to the table. The game also played a trick on me, seeing as one of my favorite things in games is player housing, like I've mentioned in previous videos. At one point you're given a whole scrapyard full of challenges and platforms to jump around on, and it even features a hollowed out plane to call your home. However, this place feels hollow and empty as soon as you complete the challenges within it, and it really doesn't add much to the game itself. So I guess you could call me unsatisfied. Anyway, some good things to take away from this are, like mentioned earlier, the original 70s inspired soundtrack, and the overall atmosphere throughout the game. Everything has got a film noir thing going for it, from the locations to the film reel filter that's plastered over the screen. It makes you feel like you're in either some modern western movie or an older Tarantino flick. So yeah, that's Wet for you. Nothing really special, but it has its moments. I can't really recommend it though, it hasn't aged very well. Even though it's only 8 years old, it looks way older. So, to summarize, the main character comes off way too one-sided, the graphics are poor, the soundtrack is amazing, the story is forgettable, and finally, the gameplay mechanics, while cool and satisfying, feels copied and pasted from a different franchise. So the mixed reviews really does make a lot of sense. That's gonna do it for this week. I hope you liked it. Next week I'll be visiting the Backlog again. Hopefully it's gonna be a better game though. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and as always, please leave a like, a comment and subscribe for more videos in the future. Let's go play some games.
My turn, shitheads.